What up, YouTube boxing community? It's your boy, Mr. Universal Sports. Coming at you again for my second time tonight. This time we're going to do the Paulie Malignaggi versus Juan Diaz fight. I scored the fight 118-109. Paulie Malignaggi. Sorry about that, folks. Tongue twisting there. The fight was held at a catch weight at 138 pounds instead of the junior welterweight limit at 140 pounds. I hate catch weight fights personally, especially when you're fighting for the belt. Why not do it at 140 pounds? But David Diaz's people obviously wanted it at 138 pounds because they thought it would benefit them, and thought that Paulie Malignaggi would come in a little weight drain. But Malignaggi wasn't in shape, and he was able to make the 138-pound weight limit. What I liked about Paulie Malignaggi in that unanimous decision victory I had him at was that he landed the cleaner punches. He did a good job of using his jab, and overall, he used the ring. He established distance. He controlled the fight throughout. He controlled the fight throughout all the 12 rounds, and you can see it more effectively that Paulie Malignaggi won the fight. The first fight was a little bit closer, but Paulie Malignaggi won it easily. Obviously, he studied the game tape, knew what he had to do against Juan Diaz, and you see how he got the victory. What I liked about Malignaggi also was that he used good ring generalship. He was clowning that dude. Straight up like talking to the ref, sticking his face out, doing the Sugar Ray Leonard, waving his arms around. He was making homeboy look stupid. I mean, it was kind of bad. I mean, it was just bad. I mean, I wanted Juan Diaz to come in and hit him every time he did it, but obviously at that point he had him beat. So Juan Diaz showed good ring generalship, and that, believe it or not, with that showboating, the judges look at that, they're like, oh, he clowning them, so he dominating. So he obviously got points for that. Obviously, there was some like discontent in the 10th round where Malignaggi scored the knockdown. Personally, I saw the knockdown because Diaz used the glove to keep himself up. Lennox Lewis and the other commentator said the glove didn't hit the ground and there needs to be replay. True, there needs to be replay in boxing, but that was a knockdown. He used this. Obviously, the ref has the best view of the whole stadium, so the ref probably saw something we didn't. And I personally thought that was a knockdown too. He clearly rocked him in the 10th round. One of my points is about Juan Diaz is that since the fight was held at a catch weight, I think Juan Diaz needs to go back to 135 pounds because obviously I think personally he'd be okay contributor to the 100 junior welterweight division, but I don't think that division is for him. I think they're a little bit too big and they hit a little too hard for him. He needs to go back down to the 135-pound weight division and see if he can fight some fighters there. Obviously, he lost to Marquez, so obviously I don't see who he can fight at 135 pounds, but he needs to go back down there. But Paulie Malignaggi was really impressive tonight. He showed me a lot. He used his speed, his quickness. I predicted to my friends that he was going to win this fight. And he did exactly what I told my friends he was going to do. He was going to use the ring, he was going to use his jab, he was going to use his speed, he was going to clown a little bit. Kind of like we used to do on ESPN Friday Night Fights. Obviously, Paulie Malignaggi called out the top fighters at 140 pounds like he should. The Amir Khans, the Timothy Bradleys, the Lamont Pearsons. Obviously, I want to see him against those fighters. Let's just see what he stacks up against those fighters. The one thing I didn't like about Paulie Malignaggi is that he only has 6 knockouts in his career. Obviously, his game is not built on power; it's built on speed and scoring points and jabbing, bobbing and weaving, using his head, using slick defense, which is great. But will he be able to get the respect of the top fighters? Maybe. I mean, he's a good fighter. I mean, so you never know what happens in boxing. Styles make fights. Will he get a chance at Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao? I hate to say it, no, because those are megastars, and at this point, those guys' careers, they're fighting for money. You talk about 30, 40 million those guys command each fight. So obviously, a Paulie Malignaggi won't command that right now, but maybe in the future he will. I would like to see him against Timothy Bradley, who won by unanimous decision against Lamont Pearson. But as I said in an earlier video, the Showtime HBO, I don't see how that's going to happen. I'd love to see that happen, but since it's two different networks, two different contracts, it may not happen. So the most likely opponent may be Amir Khan. Busy night for me. So I catch y'all again later tonight when I do that Timothy Bradley, when I do a video on that Timothy Bradley Lamont Pearson fight. Obviously, Vitaly Klitschko was able to cruise through the unanimous decision over American heavyweight Kevin Johnson. I'm gonna do a video on that. Alright then, boy. Alright then, boxing community. Holla at your boy.